Hi everyone, Malcolm Odell here from Unity Vision Productions, and yes, it's another review, this time on lenses, so it's very special for us. The reason why is this is our first review on a lens product, and the lovely people at IRIX decided to send us a 150mm and a 45mm from their cine range. And what's going to happen in this video is we're going to try and do this in stages. So yes, it's another review on another product, and there's loads out there. However, I am going to try and convince you to go out and buy these lenses right now in stages. Let's get into it. So as I said, the lovely people at IRIX decided to send me some cine lenses, and if you filmmakers are anything like me, you're constantly trying to find new ways to shoot better content with better equipment, and it's all like a calculation. I'm the chef, and all the ingredients come together, and if I mix them right and I get the right combination, I can make some magic. So shooting with glass, you know, you've got the great camera, you've got the great monitors, you've got all the great audio, but lenses can be so important to the story that you're trying to tell. There are so many lenses out there, and which one's right and which one shall I use? So what I'm going to try and do with this video, with this review, is try and convince you in 3 stages on why you should buy these lenses from IRIX. First stage is I'm going to tell you about the product itself and how much they cost. Then I'm going to compare these lenses to other lenses that I use. And I love vintage lenses, so I have some USSR lenses, some Canon FD lenses, Minolta, Helios, MIR1, a couple of other lenses, and we're going to compare those. Also a G Master 24-70, so a modern day, really nice, really crisp lens from Sony compared with these. Then we're going to show you some footage, and then I'm going to try one more time at the end to tell you my thoughts to try and convince you. Okay, let's get into it. So, the amazing people at IRIX decided to send me a 150mm cine lens and a 45mm cine lens. Now, the 45mm cine lens is a T1.5 to T22. Now, a T-stop is the amount of light that basically the lens lets through. It's not like an f-stop is slightly different, but you get what I'm saying. They also sent me a 150mm, which actually is a T3 to T32. Now, the focus throws on these, the 45mm has a focus throw of 180 degrees, which is really nice. And even better on the 150mm, it has a 270 degree focus throw. So when you're really trying to finesse those perfect focus pulls, you've got a lot of wiggle room to play with there. So, as a standard cine lens, they have a 0.8 teeth spacing, so they'll work with most focus pull systems. So there's no concern there. And also the focus gears, the diameter of the focus gears are the same across their cine lenses. So what that means is if you're changing lenses quickly, you don't have to worry about realigning things and changing things. It's just a quick swap. Both of these lenses are weather sealed, so it's really nice. Obviously, if you're shooting maybe with a, for example, myself, I shoot on Sony, so if you're shooting with an A7S3, you know, you've got a full weather sealed system. So if you're in dusty conditions, hot conditions, cold conditions, frosty conditions, rainy conditions, you're not going to have to worry about these things being compromised with the dust and the rain, which is really nice. All the lenses across the board, like I said, are up to 8K resolution. So if you're shooting on something a bit more powerful, I'm shooting on the Sony FX6 right now, 4.2K resolution. But if you're shooting that and above, then obviously these lenses are going to work nicely for you. The 45mm has 9 iris blades, and the 150mm has 11 iris blades. Now these iris blades are round, so you get a nice round smooth bokeh. It has an 86mm thread diameter for filters at the front, or if you're attaching a matte box and you need step up or step down rings. For example, if you're using a tilter or a small rig matte box system that latches onto the lens itself, you need to get a step up and step down converters to obviously attach these. So it's 86mm thread. Now on the front of these lenses also, they have a magnetic system, which is for rapid filter changes. Now I'm getting to the juicy parts. These lenses have nearly 0 chromatic aberration and 0.1% distortion. That's not the good part. All of this stuff listed, these lenses are about £1,055 per lens. 150mm, 1,055 quid. 45mm, 1,055 quid. You're getting weather sealed nearly zero chromatic aberration, nearly zero distortion. Perfect quality build. I mean, just take a look at the quality build. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Okay, the aesthetics are great. Oh, and they look beautiful, and oh, they're weather sealed and zero chromatic aberration, blah, 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 blah. But what's the actual quality like? Take a look for yourself. So we shot a short monologue scene with an actor friend of mine. And first of all, see if you can guess what the monologue is from. What film is one of my favorite films. See if you can guess that. Put it in the comments below. But just take a look at the quality of these lenses.
Problem is, just as you get comfortable, or sometimes just before, they ghost you again and again. And they move you from prison to prison to prison. And I fucking hate that. Some of the gaffs that have met my acquaintance over the years. It's Parkhurst. God bless that place. More than fit for my royal self.
Do you see what I'm saying? We also compared these lenses to other lenses that I use on a regular basis. So we compared them to vintage lenses, we compared them to modern Sony lenses, so for example the 24-70 G Master Mark 1, and obviously the IRIX lenses. Now I know what you're going to say, oh, but it's not perfect and you didn't use the exact same focal length and the lenses you're shooting in are f-stop and these are t-stop and yada yada yada. I know we used the histogram and we tried to match it up as best as possible. We moved the camera slightly forward and slightly back to obviously make sure that the picture fit the screen almost the same, so you can check the edges and check out the distortion ratios and check out if there's any softness on the edge of the lenses. And yes, each lens has its own characteristics and each lens you would maybe use for different projects, but this is just a comparison basis. So take a look. Now I know filmmaking is art, and art is subjective, and yes, we're all passionate filmmakers, and yes, we all like our own different types of characteristics and styles, and some of us might like this and some of us might like that. But if we're talking about these lenses as a collective, and then we're talking about the indie filmmaking world, and we're trying to obviously keep costs down and trying to find lenses that give us amazing quality, amazing functionality, but for a really low cost. These lenses are less than £1,100 per lens. The build quality is amazing, the quality is amazing, to me, I'm a sucker for a hottie, but the aesthetics are amazing, and they're just, for what you're paying, they're just amazing. And if I haven't convinced you with all these methods that I've tried to convince you to go out and at least test or try or rent these IRIX lenses, then that's fine. But at least get your hands on them and have a test, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Thanks for tuning in and watching my review on the IRIX lenses. Keep watching to the end, where we put the whole video of the monologue of my good friend Ben Hall Jr. And if you haven't guessed the film already, watch it at the end, chuck it in the comments below, tell me what you think, tell me what the film is. Don't forget to hit the like, don't forget to hit the subscribe, help out the channel. Stay tuned, see you next time.
Life, ladies and gentlemen, it's a funny old game. And time, as you know, time, it waits for no man. just as my time was coming up. Fucking parole! Just when I was about to make a name to be reckoned with.
As what?
As what? You don't want to be trapped inside with me, sunshine. Inside, I'm somebody no one wants to fuck with. I am Charlie Bronson. And I am Britain's most violent criminal. Now, prison, if I'm honest, brilliant. I mean, I liked it. No, fuck that. I loved it. It was exciting, on the edge. It was madness at its very best. Problem is, just as you get comfortable, or sometimes just before, they ghost you again and again. And they move you from prison to prison to prison. And I fucking hate that. Some of the gaffs that have met my acquaintance over the years. It's Parkhurst. God bless that place. More than fit for my royal self. Get your own bed, a sink, a toilet, and the food. The food was exquisite quality. Yeah. And it was whole prison. I mean, what can I say? Well worth a visit. Bring me the scrubs. Scrubs. The staff, they really go out their way to make you feel at home. Make you feel really, really welcome. And we laughed. And we laughed. And we laughed. You see, no man beats time. And no man beats me. I am Charlie Bronson. And I am, and forever will be, Britain's most violent criminal.